Hello and good morning. It's good afternoon, isn't it? Sorry, let me just get something to look at up. I'm just going to look at something, probably Solana, because I keep doing that. Hang on a sec. Let me just.
I think you're obsessed with Solana at the moment.
I am a little bit actually. Yeah, I missed out overnight though. I tell you. I'll explain in a moment. Right. All right. As you can tell, I've barely got my shoes on today, and just been doing a few things this morning. Yes. Hello. My name's SaveWithCrypto. I'm here with Maff. Hello, Maff.
Hello, hi. Very good to be here, as usual. Is it? I guess it's a I was going to say it's a daily thing now, isn't it? But that's quite obvious because we're here every day.
We are, yeah. Apart from, in fact, even the days when you weren't here last week, you were here, weren't you? So
yeah. I need to work on that.
you
Present when I'm present and absent when I'm absent.
Yeah, you failed to be absent.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, right. Hello, CD. Hello. It's must be early in the morning for you, I guess. Oh, mind you, you're. How's it work now? Because our time has moved backwards.
We've gone back.
Right. So you haven't yet. So I think for you, it's probably about 7 in the morning rather than 6, which is probably quite good, isn't it? Crypto J's
like
here.
Lunchtime.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, Crypto J. And Monkey 64ism. Hello. Excellent. Right. So we got a few here. I just want to just say, I think anyone who's been following what I've been up to, I've been trying to trade Solana, and I was in a long position down here at 1 something or whatever. I did keep jumping in and out and all that, but I've got this thing now where unless I'm nicely in profit with a trade, I don't really want to sleep on it, and then wake up in the morning and find that I'm sort of massively negative. So last night we were just, I think, what time was it? Yeah, I think I went to bed about, it was about 10 o'clock, I think. No, it wasn't. It was, I can't remember now, but it was around about this time. We were just below $200, and I was thinking, I'm sure it's going to go up. And what I did, I set a stop loss slightly in profit, not stop loss. Well, I set a stop loss in profit, and then I set a trailing stop loss quite a bit below that. So what actually happened is in the middle of the night, it kind of went up, and the trailing stop loss followed it, but at one point it must have shot back and then closed it. So I ended up making about 1%, which was a bit rubbish, and it could have been so much more. But anyway, it's retraced it all now. So that's probably something we can talk about if you want. Now I'm talking about Solana because is it today when we actually get the Hong Kong ETF thingy? Is that actually happening, or
I believe so.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, Hong Kong launching the first Solana Spot ETF today.
You've gone a bit Dalek-y.
Have I?
Oh, you're back now. Say something.
Hello. I am not a Dalek. This is like convincing a web page that I'm not a robot, isn't it?
Okay. Just say exterminate.
I don't really want to.
Right. No, it sounds all right.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I also did this morning, I did mention it in the video that but my position, actually, I think it's my internet,
Yeah, I think you may have cut out just then. I was suddenly worried that it might have been on my side.
No.
Oh well, just
not
keep
me,
going.
is it?
Keep going. Yeah, the show must go on.
I can't hear you. Can anyone hear everything okay? Let me just check on the...
Yeah. I don't think I've done anything different here.
I don't know. You went a bit quiet. Oh, you've still got your VPN on?
Hang on. I've just put a comment into the chat. Can you guys hear us? Let me check the VPN. I'm disconnected from the VPN, which is probably a good thing. Hi, are you there? Yeah, sounds like it saves connected. Okay, so I think Save is re-entering rejoining. Hello, are you back, or is it just me?
I am back.
Yeah, I just added you to the stage as well.
Okay, I don't know what happened there. My StreamYard went out completely. Was yours okay?
It was, yeah.
Maybe you better grab the mic in a minute if that happens again. But
Yeah,
what I was saying was I sorry about this.
right.
Sometimes we're so smooth and organised, and sometimes we're just not. No, I started trying to change this chart here to the 1 minute time frame, and it sort of just died. But anyway, so still doing it. Anyway, so where were we?
Talking about your Solana trade and the 1 minute. And
yeah. Oh, I see. We've gone bigger than. Sorry, I'm all out of thinking. Yeah. So we were back down here.
Yeah.
And this all happened very, very early in the morning. This big pump sort of thing, and I woke up in the morning. I woke up about this sort of time here, and I did just go into a little short, with not a lot of thought behind it. Really, I was just thinking that we'd probably come down to this level here, and in fact we did. And so I took a little bit of profit and closed that. So now I'm looking for a long again now. This is probably a good point actually, because I think it was it Alex in the Discord last night? He was asking about these retracement lines when they stop. Are they still valid?
Yeah.
And I didn't actually have a chance to reply myself because I was just going to bed and I wasn't going to make any sense. Not that I do now. I wasn't going to make any sense. And I was quite delighted that Maff actually replied late last night. And I'll let you talk about this in a moment. But basically, it's to do with these settings here in Quadzilla, where we've got these. Where is it now? So these two things here. So in the retracement patterns here, with anything like this, if you're using Quadzilla, our indicator, it's always worth looking at the tooltips here, because Maff has done a brilliant job of making them probably better than any other indicator I know on the market. And it tells you exactly what they're all about, sort of thing. And basically what you can do is, if you want to, you can increase these not levels. You can increase these the amount it's going to draw. I've got an internet problem, haven't I?
No, it's still here. Oh, I see on there. It's not really reload. Is it? I mean, you're still present. I think. But is it? Oh, you've gone Dalek.
If you talk about something for a moment, Maff, because I need to do something.
It might even be TradingView itself that might be hogging the system. I think maybe if you completely closed out of TradingView, perhaps.
I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so can I leave you to it? Can I leave you to it for a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I could talk about that very thing actually. So we're talking about the retracement levels. So if I bring up TradingView here, and actually, I need to bring that back as well. I think we're all at 6s and 7s today, it seems. So yeah, here now I can go into the settings. What I'll do first of all, because I have been messing about with these settings a bit, so I'm just going to do resets, take that one, and so let's find some that I actually haven't completed. I mean, I suppose that one, but sometimes if I go really kind of zoom out on, but still on the lower time frame. Yeah, so these ones, actually, I wonder if that ever completes. I suppose probably not. On just looking at this one, because and there's a 10. That must have eventually. Not yet. We might see that level come back. So I'm rambling a bit because I'm trying to find a good example where I can just show it kind of completing when you change a number. Oh, here we go. Finally. So yeah, this bearish retracement level just here, it drew it like yay far. Of course, some like very, very zoomed out here, squished up on that. So that's actually quite a lot of bars that it's showing in that short distance. But say if you wanted these to just continue and just carry on plotting essentially until you get to the point where it closes, it completes that particular market structure. You can do that. You can increase the number of bars that it plots for. So down here, retracement pattern. So that's the step 2. Let's move that this side. That's the step 2 part of the retracement pattern. So being bearish, it's the down, up, and then the down. So yeah, it hasn't actually come back to here yet, so it's still the part 2. And you can kind of tell because the line is slightly thicker than this one, which is step 3. So if I extend that one to, say, 750.
Hello.
And
Can you hear me, Maff?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, your screen's
loud and clear.
Your screen's not been on for the last 2 minutes.
Oh wow, okay. I see. There's lots of comments.
Do well today, aren't we?
Can't see a screen. Oh yeah, this is awesome, isn't it? Can we just another clock's went back? Can we just move the clock back again to 12 o'clock and just start over?
Right, we've just
let me share the screen. That'd be good, isn't it?
We've just wasted 15 minutes of your life.
Oh yeah, sorry everyone. There you go. Actually, I want to swear. I really want to swear. I'm going to do it. Flipping heck. So okay. So
language.
I know. Sorry. Yeah. Let's do that again. So I'm going to reset that. Just switch off that one. So yeah, this is on the 3 minute, the Bitcoin chart, and what have we got? Yeah. So this bearish retracement level just here is still in its step 2 stage. You've got the down, up, down. So it's still doing the down, up part of it, the 1, 2. So obviously it doesn't reach to the point where the price actually retraces. And sometimes you kind of want to see that. So you can extend the lines. There is a downside to this, which I'll come to in a second. So that you end up with kind of a bit of a trade-off with these things. But so go down to retracement pattern. Say if we increase that to 750, then you should find it now goes a bit further. So that's draw step 2 until this many bars. It's going to need quite a bit more. I think 999 might be the limit. Let's change to 950. Yeah, it's a bit further. Because if I put in like 1,000, it doesn't like it. So I'll just change that to 999. So even with that one, you see it's not quite going to make it. And this one will be similar. You can extend the step 3. Do that again. 999. There. And it should. Yeah, there you go. Boy, almost makes it, but not quite. But you can see they're totally valid. So they they do kind of plot out, and like so. Excuse me, sorry. I had thought about adding a feature like you could, like it might just automatically add an array to the end of these, like whether it's when they don't complete or when they do complete or both. But you can do this sort of thing. Is this going to let me just...
That would just go on forever, wouldn't it, if you did that?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. Or it could just do it for the most recent-ish ones back to a certain point, Otherwise, yeah, the whole screen would just be a blaze of rays, and nothing else would be visible. So there's that, and you could do the same with it. But one of the reasons I've drawn that in is because, as you can see, the level that these retracements are at tends to still end up being quite significant. Like over here, it's like that price just popped up to there again, and maybe not so much with this particular level. Oh, a bit, yeah. It starts to form, if not if not support, then it's certainly a level that the price dips down. Well, I suppose it is support, isn't it? So the price interacts with that level, put it that way. Then I guess we interpret that as support or resistance, but it's really just an important level that the price keeps coming back to one way or the other, and kind of, yeah, just buying or selling at, I suppose. So this may not have been the best example here, because that was just like just very large number of bars that it took before that retrace. So the downside of it is, because of the way that any TradingView indicator works, there's a limit on the number of plot series that the indicator can track and actually plot. Because of that, Quadzilla has a pool of available plot series that it dips into. So when it needs to draw a new retracement level, it kind of goes into that pool, a bit like an object pool or thread pool or whatever in computing, and it just kind of finds a spare one, finds one that's unused, and and then just kind of starts replotting that one from wherever it is. That's probably a bit too much information, but it essentially means that for the bearish retracements, it's got up to 5 that it can be drawing at a time, and for the bullish, it can be up to 5. So if you actually extend the amount of time that these draw for, then it means that they might be kind of hogging the available pool of of plot series, so of retracement levels. So new ones can't start drawing while this one is still going nearly there. It's going to retrace one day, honest. Eventually it does, but then it's actually drawing quite a few in parallel with that. Mm-hmm. But there may have been some others, So you can actually see that in the stats. Like if I just reset that again and actually bring out the stats.
So here, Maff, the stats do the stats actually rely on the actual retracement line, the actual price coming back to there at its default values or whatever they're set to? Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're totally affected by the settings. So it actually makes it really useful, because you can make changes in the settings and see how it affects the stats.
Okay. So in theory, if you could set, I know you can't, but if you could set each length to infinity, then pretty much they'd all be completed, wouldn't they? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something like that. So assuming that eventually the price does come back to that level.
Yeah.
One day.
Because the way I tend to look at it myself is I actually think, with the default settings, if the retracement level stops drawing, then I don't worry about it for a while. I'll worry about it when I have to. So say, for example, the chart you've got there, you can see that the price is coming back to a similar level to what it was at before, but there's that lower one. So that at the moment, that is probably on my radar. I'm actually thinking like, oh, okay, that is a lower level that I probably should worry about,
yeah, for sure. So do you mean like this one down here, for example, or just any of them really? Yeah. Yeah, because like these ones that are obviously extended out there, or like not extended out yet, they kind of stopped plotting. So they I see what you mean, because like while the price is down here doing stuff, you don't really have to worry too much about those up there. You just kind of know, or you can be very sure. I shouldn't say no. You can be very sure that the price is going to come back to that point and that point. So then you can obviously watch the rest of the indicator to have a good idea of when that's going to happen, like when the price is reversing. Like this sort of thing, that's so like ranging. You can, and then as soon as you get this drop, you sort of think, well, okay, it might be completing this structure down here, or it might be actually coiled ready for a big leap up. So you actually get that the pivot and the reversal, and then it comes up and completes that one, carries on, comes up, completes that one. So what it's going to show was, so I've got the stats up. So in this particular chart and time frame, overall, TradingView has gone back and drawn 20,000 odd bars, and out of those, 355 bearish retracements have been drawn, 334 bullish retracements have been drawn, and then nice stats to go with it. So if if I just increase that, say, just go to the maximum on that, 999 step twos, you can plot out. So see if it affects those. Not as much as I thought it would. So sometimes it's a lot more radical than that. So in this case, yeah, maybe. So it is going to vary from chart to chart, from trading pair to trading pair and time frame to time frame. But in this case, yeah, you might even actually want to just leave that set at 999. Step 3, which is obviously the bit that is that bit. So this is for this bullish retracement level. It's done the up and the down. Now it's waiting for the up to come back up. Let's see how much it affects this stat here. So this is basically for all of the step 2s that have completed, the price is actually retraced. So in which case it wouldn't include this one, for example. But you can change that in the stats as well. But yeah, so for all of the step 2s that have completed, it's gone on to draw 320. Sorry, it's then completed 320 step 3s and 276. There, try again. It's completed 320 bearish step 3s and 276 bullish step 3s. So if I change that one to 999, then similar, isn't it? I forgot the numbers, but I think they were virtually the same, weren't they? So I think, did it reduce these ones a little bit? I can't remember. But overall, I think it actually increased the accuracy of this, or the number of successes, the percentage at least. That's just kind of interesting. So like, it's really like fun with, well, it's not really stats, is it, as such? It's fun with numbers and stuff. Yeah, so if they're 350, that, so the I suppose not so much accuracy really, it's just the success rate of step 2s for the bullish retracements is 89.8, so just under 90% in this particular case, which is still like insanely high. We do get quite used to seeing a number that's below 90% and going like, oh, that's not very good, but it's actually insanely high for any TradingView indicator. But yeah, if I put that one back to 999, I'm just wondering if it affects that. Yeah, not really. But then if I put this one, the step 2 completions carry on for 999 bars. It pushes that up. I suppose because it's drawing relatively fewer of these. But of the ones it does draw, then that more of them actually complete. So in others, they're successful. You can trade off those. That was just a little explainer, I suppose. And as you were saying, that was kind of prompted by a question that was in the Discord, sort of late last night.
It was, yeah, and I was surprised you were surprised you're still awake, actually. But yeah, thank you for.
Well, it wasn't. I woke up especially and just.
The Discord alarm went off. So Kaz is saying here, was wondering if it could be a different color for step 3 compared to step 2. At the moment, it's like a 1 pixel line rather than a 2 pixel, isn't it?
Potentially. I did try that, I remember, and it actually looked a bit confusing. I was playing around a lot with the colours and the general rendering and things. So potentially, I might go back and have another look. In fact, I will, and just see if I can improve on that. Because to be honest, I've kind of just got a bit used to it. But
Yeah.
I agree. I know it is very, very subtle. If you're not, you kind of have to be looking out for it really, for the difference.
Yeah, I
Because
must admit, it's
yeah,
the sort of thing where I'm paying a lot of attention to it now, but I probably
mm,
a week or so I was kind of like probably not completely aware of what I was looking at, particularly in the situation where it completes the step two really quick, and then
yes, yeah,
you're looking at a long step three retracement sort of thing.
yeah, it's true.
Uh,
Part of the thing is just because I didn't want to end up with a just absolute kind of just mishmash of colours in there. Because obviously we've got that for the faster retracements as well, faster EMA retracements. Um, but I guess in terms of like knowing what's going to happen there. So if the price is above and it's a bearish retrace, well, whatever the retracement level is, if it's still open, you kind of know that it means price is going to retrace to there, like whether it's above or below, I guess. But then, yeah, in terms of what you do with it, it is kind of like so. Um, yeah. So I guess if it's up here, because you could look at this. I actually made a short video of this. I did a replay thing, which I was going to post into the Discord this morning. Didn't quite get around to it, so I'll probably post that after this. But showing this specific thing really, where if the price is back, sorry, if we're basically back here, and we've seen this retracement levels kind of that it's step three, so we kind of know that it's going to be a good thing to short soon, but you don't really want to short there, because it might well be that the price is just going to obviously do this and come out, and then somewhere around here will be a good place to short. So this is where using the rest of the indicator really comes into it, to know when to enter the position. So something popped.
it's actually me just firing up my other computer. Just don't worry about me. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, so it's kind of it's looking for the price reversal essentially. So when the price is coming up, we get these red backgrounds suggesting it might be there. But getting a bit of echo there. So we've got so the price background there. So it's not quite this one because the EMA trend lines are still going upwards quite strongly. You might potentially think it's going to be there, but it doesn't really work out. And then suddenly you get the trend shield coming into play as well, saying there's going to be more upside. So further along, when it gets to this bit, this sort of convergence band is obviously converging. It's all like made its way up into overbought. We get the super down indicator, but that's in line with still getting a bit of the upward trend shield, saying a bit more upside yet. But then suddenly, boom, we've had the super down, trend shield has faded out and disappeared, and we get another red background, and obviously the convergence band itself is curving around. So that's clearly a market top there. That's all set for a price reversal. So when this is starting to happen, and particularly when you see this sort of just candle structure as well, candle shape with you had the bullish candle up, then immediately a bearish candle, like mega wick at the top, just this major downward pressure all of a sudden, and all of this happening with the momentum. That's the time to go short, and you can kind of maximize it then, just like all the way down. It was this one, wasn't it? So say if you caught it there, having got the confirmation and things, so you'd get. Well, I mean, we're zoomed in on 3 minute here, so if I go down to where the line ends up is about 1% move, which for 3 minute moves, that's actually not bad at all. You get other things on the way down, like the EMAs are crossing down, like you get this kind of early one happening there, and then a bit more of a confirmation there. So that's a nice short. And then similarly here, the price is bottomed, and you get the super up, and the convergence band is curving round. So at this point, there's a little bit of warning that there could be some downside to the price, which kind of happens a bit. You get a few little moments where it pauses for breath. But by that stage, you'd probably still already be in the long and monitoring that as it comes back up. And you kind of know it's going to come back up to here. And sure enough, it's because bearish retracements, it's kind of actually it's bouncing off that level quite reliably. And so on and so on. So are you around?
I am, yeah. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around, sort of swapping computers and stuff like that. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. You haven't installed Linux, have you, by any chance?
No, I haven't.
Sure.
No, yeah. So yeah, sorry about the dub reggae sort of echo earlier.
Oh no, right. Yeah, it's quite. I wanted to start rapping.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Excellent. So yeah, is it going to go up or down?
Good question. Down, I think. Well, purely on the 3 minute. Should we? Yeah. I guess we kind of dived into this a little bit, but I suppose what it kind of got lined up is, if I can bring it up. That's not the way to. Let me find the window, and it's going to be here. So, yeah. So here we've got. So this was what I tweeted, I think this morning. Yeah, that this week promises to be a crazy bullish tornado of market events, each of which could make or break Bitcoin and the broader market. And we're here for all of it, live streaming every day, and you know, we do it so slickly as well, so professionally. Because we do it every day, you know, we just got it down pat now. Just so had the practice. You know. So 12 p.m. midday UTC. Monday, which I believe is today, apparently quantitative tightening is ending. I saw that mentioned somewhere. And of course the Hong Kong launch of the first Solana Spot ETF is all today.
So I was trying to find something out about that, but I couldn't. Well, that's what I was trying to do on my other computer, and then it sort of went a bit wrong.
Yeah,
but
I mean, because there tends to be a delayed reaction anyway with ETFs, doesn't there?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I suppose I said make or break Bitcoin is and the broader market. So obviously Solana as well, etc. So and then just looking through the rest of the week. So Tuesday, tomorrow, consumer confidence index will be announced. Some S&P 500 earnings. I think that's going to be through the week. Like tomorrow, there's some Wednesday and possibly Thursday. Some of the big name companies are kind of just announcing their earnings. Wednesday, of course, FOMC rates cut decision. I get the feeling that's already either priced in or in the process of being priced in right now. Yeah. So, and I think such a lot with that is just going to be down to how Jerome Powell speaks. You know, is he going to be dovish or pterodactylish or whatever, and just the price will, the market will obviously react very strongly to that. So usual thing, if he coughs wrong, you know, the market will crash. So Thursday, US-China deal finalised, we hope. I mean, they announced it, didn't they? So or Trump announced it. So kind of hope that'll be a good thing. They stop, you know, squabbling and you know, tariff fighting or whatever they do, trade wars, etc. And just start being friends and start trading. Nice. So Friday, PCE inflation data. The reports that will confirm the Fed pivot. I suppose it will. Just so if we assume that it's going to be a 0.25% rate cut on Wednesday, and this will be the more longer term, just going forward, what they're going to do about it, or like this will obviously affect what approach they're going to take for the rest of this quarter and probably into next quarter. So that'll be pretty huge, really. Then bonus day Saturday, I've got tariff deadline. Not sure whose tariff that was. Actually, not sure. It's badly researched, isn't it? So yeah, that's like all of the things. So we could look at what have we got? This. Probably worth a look. Oh, we didn't do the TA thing, did we?
Oh, damn! With all the excitement of everything going wrong.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We'll do it when we come back to it.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We've talked a lot about Quadzilla so far, and I think probably most of the people watching the stream at the moment either have Quadzilla or are maybe strongly considering getting it, or in the Discord or whatever. So this has come up with euros. I think. Actually, I had the VPN on, so I'm not quite sure why it's euros now. I switched the VPN off, but anyway, let's show it as euros. So if you're paying in euros and you're paying on the yearly subscription, then it works out at 70 euros per month, which is a amazing deal, honestly, for what you get. It'll pay for itself probably within the first trade or the first few trades. If you're on the monthly, it's 95 euros, which is equally pretty amazing. And for that, you kind of get the quad momentum oscillator part of Quadzilla. You get the retracement patterns. You get the stats, which we looked at, and there's more stats coming along soon in the upcoming releases. You won't see retracement patterns anywhere else. They are exclusive to Quadzilla. And yeah, as you were seeing, they have a 90% plus success rate, often a lot higher, like 95% plus or whatever. We have an active, helpful, expert trading community, which is, I think, probably most of the people who are currently watching. So just thank you so much for being that. And clear documentation, extensive documentation, which is here. Even if you don't yet have Quadzilla, you can pop over here and have a look at that. And this is a big old page of everything, along with further links. And this kind of labels it, everything that Quadzilla can do for your trading setup. And
we are planning on making some. Yeah. We are planning on making some videos as well, sort of like a video version of this. So we can actually you can just watch some videos and find out exactly what how to use Quadzilla and how to improve your trading and make you into a profitable trader, which is the aim here.
Yeah, very much. Yeah. So you get all of that. So get to Quadzilla.
Yep.
Yeah. So sure there's something else I was going to look at, but should we do a bit of, I know we're doing lots of TA anyway, but let's do some actual TA and trying to figure out what the price is going to do this week.
Okay, so this is a good opportunity to do this.
Altcoins, short coins, stocks and forex too. Maff and save will
Brilliant.
Okay. Yeah. One thing, just before I dive into this, Kaz, you just say talk about the step 3, the retracement level. So maybe my eyes not viewing that properly, not seeing it. It's very subtle. I think you're absolutely right. To be honest, it's like, here's an example where the step 2 is 2 pixels, the step 3 is 1 pixel. It's so I will revisit that and just see if there's a way to visually distinguish them a bit more, without, but also without just kind of adding even more colours and things into the whole thing.
Is there like the sort of dotted version? Would that work or not? Or
not for plots. Weirdly, I did have a look at that because I thought that I think that was possibly one of the first things that I was trying to make it do, because that would have been the obvious thing, really. You can draw dotted lines, but not plot them is a weird thing that's in TradingView. But yeah, so okay, TA. So I suppose where to start. So as I was saying, I think the 0.25% rate cut has already been priced in, probably, or being priced in right now. And Powell's tone is going to, or like what he says, I suppose, more to the point. He could talk in a sort of high pitched tone or something, and it probably would. It might freak out the markets, but it wouldn't affect it too much. It's going to be what he actually says, isn't it? So I made a note here that Bitcoin has moved above the 50-day SMA. Should I actually bring them up? Is it 50 SMA? Is that the 50? Yeah, 50. Just for a moment, hide that. It has. So yeah, so the blue line is the 50-day SMA, and yeah, Bitcoin's been having a funny old relationship with that line, isn't it? Obviously, there was the sort of end of September, the big old pump, then we had the big old dump, just the reaction, and then it's been like just consistently below the 50 for quite a long time, for the last however many, couple of weeks maybe, whatever it is. Finally got above it, but it very much just needs to hold above that now. If that was just some line scribbling along, working its way up, may even start to use that as support, which would be pretty great. But because I think if the price leaps ahead of the 50A SMA too much, then you kind of expect some sort of blow off top on that ish, and it's going to drop down below it and then kind of trundle along and try to recover. So kind of need just some sort of just more just I don't know, nicer sort of relationship between the two, where the 50 SMA is coming out, this is just kind of playing along happily above it and not just getting ahead of itself too much and reacting. Like here, it did that. It consolidated, came down, bounced off, shot up too quickly, and whoomp, back down below. So yeah, that I think that'll be one to watch, really. So we could have a quick look at the USDT dominance on the weekly. So in this, I drew in a few lines. So you sort of notice with this one, this line, we've got a strong level of support there. So with USDT dominance, of course, we kind of want that number to come down. Number go down is good for Bitcoin in this case. USDT dominance has been kind of rather annoyingly finding this level of support all the way along here, which is whatever that was, 3.78%. And in fact then started to lift off from there lately. So this kind of upward trend is itself a bit worrying. But equally, the level's been sort of compressing. So we've had this also downward trend. So as long as that keeps happening, and then just big squeeze down, just just hopefully just be kind of ejected out of this thing and just down, which should then just push it straight down through that resistance level. We kind of ideally want to see it drop below 3% at least. So yeah, obviously the further down that this can drop, then the stronger of a Q4 bull run that we're going to see. That's also going to be obviously very important for if we're going to see any sort of alt season. I think some alts have already pumped quite well. I think like Zcash and Dash. I haven't checked them just recently, but they were both up by over 20% just lately.
Yeah.
So, but I'd imagine they're down again now. So, what else? I mean, bull run factors. We got, so I suppose, yeah, gold not really on the list of big events that we're going to be seeing this week, but obviously gold plays a major part in the whole thing. So yeah, gold on the daily. Let's do this. So yeah, it kind of launched it. Oh, I could bring Quadzilla back for this. So Zowie, okay. Yeah, it's interesting how Quadzilla's been reacting to the gold price. This CFDs on each day. So it's been very much just saying, yeah, things, surely things are overbought now. Surely they're overbought. But all the way along, it's also saying trend shield up. Just don't go short, don't go short, don't go short, don't go short. And then it kind of starts to fade out here. Momentum finally dropped, and so obviously we had that quite sudden blow off top, really, on there. Just so you can kind of see there, the trend shield is fading. So that was a very strong kind of signal that, and especially with the convergence band well converged, and then all curving down and starting to spread out again. The faster moving stochastic oscillator just raced ahead, so the whole thing widens out, and obviously means that suddenly there's a major price reversal on the way. So looking at this, you would have had quite some advance warning of that. So yeah, essentially there, it's just in fact, like well before this actually turned, you'd have had get prepared, boom, down.
Yeah.
So in fact, here it's now dropped well below the 9 EMA, which is not great for gold, but probably good for us Bitcoin crypto types to see that. So I think we are kind of starting to see a bit of a rotation, I think, now of the profit taking from gold into particularly Bitcoin. I mean, that drop, 7%, 7.5% now. Like if we, that actually is, isn't it? I mean, I suppose from the top. Say to there, where it currently is, 7.8-ish, 7.75.
That's quite huge for gold, isn't it?
It really is, yeah, just in the space of a few days. I drew in that line for some reason, can't quite remember. Well, I suppose it's lined in with this liquidity just there. So in fact, it already has bounced off that. Maybe that's when I drew it in. But it looks like it's bouncing off that line again, pretty much. It's just that area just there. So that there's probably buy orders that are still just waiting to be filled there. So it might even just bounce along that line for a bit, and it might drop through to this level and down and down. As November progresses, really. But yeah, so I was going to say, so there's that 7.75% drop on gold. So Bitcoin on the daily. Oh, actually, sorry, I should just check when was that from? So Tuesday, 21st. Where's that? Tuesday the 21st. Obviously, it dropped as well, but then started to pick up, and that's been 6.79, 8. I mean, it's, comparable. Like, depend just, what time of day that you that you measure that is going to be about the same percent. I mean, of course, as a symmetrical move goes, 'cause it's a bit of a stretch to say, hey, the rotation from gold into Bitcoin is happening because gold has dropped by 7% and Bitcoin is pumped by 7%, because of course it's not a symmetrical move. It's because if like 7% of the gold market cap isn't going to be the same as 7% of the Bitcoin market cap.
No.
So there's been obviously profit taking from gold, but it's gone somewhere, and I guess some of it has found its way into Bitcoin. Some of it may well have found its way into lurking buy orders somewhere a bit lower. So you could surmise from that somebody somewhere is now kind of waiting, or maybe many somebody somewhere kind of waiting for the price to come down and then kind of buy into it. Because they're also not going to place it higher, are they? I'm going to wait for the price to come up and then buy. Do
you know? I'd never even thought of that. That's obviously what you would do, isn't it? If you're like a gold person, that's exactly what you would have done, wasn't it? You'd have, you'd have sold some at that peak, and then you'd just be waiting for a lower price. You wouldn't necessarily go out and buy Bitcoin instead, would you? So yeah,
no, exactly. I
think that's a very, very likely scenario. That is.
Yeah. So then it's very much just a case of like figuring out. I mean, I suppose it could go to the old liquidation heat map and that sort of thing, and just kind of see, or the order books, to see exactly where the orders have been placed. Nice bit of homework for someone if they want to go and draw up some stats on that, or if there's a link. So I don't know. Is it like a just index of order books from exchanges, or just to see where the bulk of the orders are?
Is that not what that like CoinGlass stuff does?
Probably is, isn't it?
Hang on, let me have a look.
Let's see if I find the right thing. Well, I suppose if you fancy finding the link while I ramble on, or
no, I'll do that. I'm a bit worried about my connection, to be honest. Actually, sort of seems okay now, but I don't know. Yeah. For some reason, my second computer just doesn't seem to want to connect quite as well as the other one. But anyway,
yeah, sure. Quick pause for breath. Anyway, Monkey 64ism. That jingle sounds bloody awesome through the hi-fi. That's a really good point. Oh, in fact, I was listening to it on my sort of hi-fi headphones. But yeah, I ought to really try that with the volume pumped up and a bit more bass. I'll give that a try after this. And Alana saying hi.
Hi.
What was I doing? Yeah, forgot. So what else have we got? Apparently the China economy grew in September. So that's I think I just saw that on X, some mention of it. So that's pretty amazing if that's the case. But it was a big percentage. Should I just have a quick look? Because I should probably prepare these things a bit more. Just search economy grew in September by how much? This much, 4.8% year on year in the July-September quarter, according to data released on October 20th, 2025. Okay. It's actually a slowdown. So that's not that bullish then, is it? But it's good that the economy grew. Or was it something else? Because I'm sure there was like a 20% number being bandied around. So something grew in China. Not just the pollution levels. I think it was something positive to do with the economy, I think. But anyway, that it's probably a bullish thing anyway. Just everything seems to be bullish at the moment, generally. We're on a roll. So let's go back to see it. Also, I noticed that Mount Gox, kind of a blast from the past, isn't it? But they delayed their Bitcoin repayments until October next year. It was going to be, I think, October the 30th of this year that they were going to repay everyone their Bitcoins.
They always say that, and just nothing ever happens, or you never hear anything, do you?
No. But that would have been quite some amount of sell pressure if they'd gone ahead. Just bad timing. No, don't do it. Not now. So probably bad for the people that just want their Bitcoin back. But for the rest of us, probably good. They're going to wait until October next year, because it wouldn't want all of that extra supply suddenly being dumped into the market. Okay, I think that's probably all I've got in terms of just stuff that's happening. So during this week, what do you think is going to happen in terms of, like, as we head towards the kind of crunch day on Wednesday, and then the other crunch day on Thursday, and probably the other one on Friday?
What you're asking me? Yeah, no, I was trying to think how to send.
Rhetorical.
How to send. That's all I could find, actually. That's the XAU.
Okay.
But
I can't click on it.
No,
maybe I can click from the actual chat. Let's try that. I can click from there. So
which basically just shows you, like, there's liquidity above and liquidity below, really, which is like exactly what you'd expect, really.
It says no data.
Well, that didn't work very well.
The market has ended.
So why does that say that?
Was it? Oh, is it purely the liquid? Oh yeah, for.
That's weird. Why did that appear on mine? Oh, I don't know.
I guess if I just go to liquidation heat map, I'm not banned, am I? I tend to get banned from most things, but.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I can't.
Oh, here we go. It's loading it. Maybe it's my network. So, yeah, I see what you mean. So, if the liquidity is magnets, if the entire market is secretly just built from magnets, then it seems less likely that it's going to find its way all the way to these ones, and these are much more tantalising, aren't they? So I think we kind of expect the gold price to kind of come down a bit more, but it's probably going to be, like, if that's bottomed, it might double bottom, it might just drop down and then just kind of fill all of this, all of that liquidity. So like 3972. So, where's that one? So where's 3972? There. So basically within that range.
Yeah.
Which seems reasonable, I think. It has to break down through this support line first. What's this saying about those? Yeah, just kind of fair value gap just there. So it's not a lot, really. The main thing here is, of course, well, I mean, this is very much showing that things are looking on the down for gold at the moment. It just got pumped so hard, got so, like, overbought that this was a bit inevitable, isn't it? But yeah, and it's not looking like a bull flag at the moment, in the sense you get then down and then carry on up. It's gone down and then carried on down and across and then down a bit more. So that's very much looking like it just ran out of steam and just a lot of people just suddenly selling their gold. Well, a lot of the smart money probably selling, I would think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And any alt requests or anything like that?
Actually,
Not Solana by any chance.
actually, if you did want to show Solana, actually, if you show that on the 1 minute now, you can see there's quite a nice little little bearish retracement it's heading for at the moment. Actually, so
That'd be fun. 1 minute.
So that's quite interesting, isn't it? You see, you got that.
Yeah, it's on its way. So it's exactly 200. Okay, and that seems like a very likely level that it would bounce from, because the same thing happened, didn't it? Like it was some way back, wasn't it? I think wherever it was. That that's kind of very nice. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So down, up, down.
So
that's totally what these retracement levels give you. Like that one there, just down, up, down. Wow. That would be a hell of a short that it picked out there. So let's bring that back.
So bearing that in mind, I mean, that's probably going to coincide with. Oh, actually, what time's New York Open? And New York Open it's 1:30 now, isn't it, for us? Not 2:30.
Yes, because we went back. You're right.
So it's actually in 25 minutes time, isn't it? So that is pretty much going to coincide with hitting that bearish retracement line, which it kind of makes you think that that the price will dump on New York Open. Maybe.
Yeah, I kind of wonder. Well, the thing is, because I suppose the US hasn't really had a chance to react yet to the to the China deal news in particular. I mean, I guess the CSE would have been open last night, I think, didn't they? They've been last night. Oh, up it goes! It's made it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
When it goes, doesn't it?
Okay.
So that retrace. That's lovely.
So that should reverse a bit now, shouldn't it? In theory.
Yeah. So this is kind of a prime example of what I was talking about. So like we've had the down, the up, and at some point there'll be the down, but it could go up very high before it comes down. We just know that it's going to come back down and retrace for the step 3, and that's obviously where we use the rest of the indicator to get an idea of that. And you can also look at other things, of course, like these levels over here. It could actually come out to there and top out there and pivot, or it might happen right about down it comes. There is the pivot. That could be one of the quickest retracements, that we generally see. Like if it's
that is the 1 minute time frame, though, isn't it? So that's kind of what you're talking about.
I mean, just to there, it's 0.1%. So quite zoomed in. Interestingly, though, because obviously it did draw in that bullish retracement as well, so it could well be up there. If it bounces off this, that'd be kind of nice. You might well expect to see it drop below a bit and then up. But interestingly, it's interacting with that level, which happens to be right at the top of that bearish candle. That one's nice. Look at that. So up, down, and then very much up.
Okay.
I wonder I'm just curious actually what the stats are for Solana on the 1 minute. It's very high. Wow. So for the bearish step 2's 94% of them complete. I would say that gives you an edge. If every trade, because like anything can happen in a trade, if it's effectively a coin flip, then this actually gives you the trader's edge, doesn't it? To bias the coin flips in your favour,
yeah,
and be consistently profitable.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the thing about that there is that, that's a point when like Quadzilla is, really invaluable, because, if you were looking at that thinking, okay, that's pumping now, it's going to go up forever, you kind of know that it's not, because it had drawn that bearish retracement in, and like sure enough, it's come down now. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just great, isn't it? It's like,
It is amazing. I mean, I was talking about like price magnets just now for the liquidation heat map, but this is kind of the same. You kind of know that it's going to come back to that level, which it did. Drop back down, it's come to this level. So I think that's
so
yeah.
now
It's still
it's got the bullish one down there at like 199.8 sort of thing, isn't it? So, which it's coming
yeah,
down to now. So in theory, it should come down to there, then bounce back up.
yeah, exactly. So I think it's trying to work out. Is it?
Actually, yours is different to
I
mine.
think it's finished plotting. So oh yeah, this is on Blofin, the one I'm looking at here.
Oh, okay.
I guess are you looking at the Bitunix one?
I'm actually looking at BitGet, to be honest. Actually,
Okay.
the reason being, actually, they haven't actually got the Bitunix inverse perpetual one on TradingView yet, because it's so new. They've only got the USDT one,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little bit different to the inverse perpetual one. So
Yeah. Sure.
yeah,
So what's interesting here, though, is that this is currently plotting the step 3. So cause you can see it's just drawn to that candle. I guess because I'm quite zoomed in, it's you know, yeah.
so which one's plot step 3?
Can you see my screen? I hope it's
Yeah,
still sharing. Sure, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this bullish retracement level, step 2 retraced because it did the up, then the down, and what's it doing?
Let me look at the same chart as you. So your Solana USD.
Oh, sorry, yeah. It's what's it doing? Up, down.
What you on Blofin? You say
Yeah, I think I
Blofin.
confused myself on what that's doing, but it's still. Oh no, it's finished plotting now. That's fine because it finishes the step 3 when it's a bullish candle that's actually above the line. So it's like, well, hey, my job here is done.
Yeah,
You should be in a long now. Notwithstanding anything else that's showing on the chart. So in fact, as it is, it's above the line, which is good. So it's completed, but it's kind of ranging a bit now, and it
yeah,
might. Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, it was actually slightly different on the BitGet chart, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to
No.
be expected, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably a bit more liquidity on there, I expect.
Does it? How would it know? Oh, just
What do you mean? How,
I don't know what I mean.
um,
So
it's just a very, very profound sort of question.
so I've confused myself now. I'm like, sorry, right. I'm looking at the Blofin. I'm just going to swap it over to the whatever. What was I looking at? I'm actually going to look. I'm going to look at a Bitunix one, but it will be the. So I know you can't see this, but so Bitunix US. I know. Yeah. So the Bitunix one actually has a a bullish retracement at 199.8, which hasn't completed yet. It almost did on that wick down, but not quite.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so
But yeah,
there's that.
it's yeah. So it is interesting though. It's still interacting with that level, and in fact with that one really. So you could sort of plot out a kind of array from there and array from this one, and that would actually give you a kind of a trading range. Obviously, it's dropped below it now, but if that just turns into a wick, how much is left on there? 25 seconds. Yeah, so it's kind of pretty at the moment at least. Staying within that range. If it suddenly drops below, then you'd be kind of looking more at some maybe come out to this level or that level just there, depending. You'd probably also go to a higher time frame, I think. So this is more just ultra analyzing a very low time frame.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what it's like on 30 seconds, just to play around with it a bit. Come on, move. Because on this, bring in the fair value gaps, etc. on here actually also makes it quite handy. You notice, because this does seem to happen a lot on the much lower time frames, that there's sort of there's a correlation between what the retracement levels are showing and what you sometimes see. Oh, look at that one, bleeding heck.
Yeah. No.
Oh my gosh. And what you sometimes see with the fair value gaps and order blocks and so on. So in this case, sort of down. So you kind of know that the price is going to come up just past the that bearish retracement level, and it does. And then you can kind of see that it eats into that bearish order block just there,
Right.
and back down. Like so, there's fuel from those sell orders that kind of sends it down again. And okay, so it actually has dropped down. Well, I suppose it dropped to 30 seconds, but it's basically dropped now below that range. So there's a bit more buy liquidity just there, which it's kind of, so you notice it's put it into a sort of equilibrium at the moment, because I think the price wants to come down to here, but there are buy orders, so they're sort of cancelling out, so the price is just, there's probably a lot of buying and selling going on, but the price itself is just staying the same pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like waiting, and then one or the other will win out. But I suspect it's going to be down. We'll see.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say before Solana, actually,
I just realised, sorry to interrupt, I just realised it's up here. I was talking about that down there, but it was up here all along. So anyway, sorry, you were saying, yeah.
No, I was just going to talk about a stock called RXRX. It's a Recursion Pharmaceuticals. It's just because it's one of these things that it's quite speculative. It almost behaves like a crypto. It's a really weird company. They're actually spending about like $1 million a day, sort of on stuff. So they're not actually profitable at the moment, but what they're doing is fairly breakthrough. So at some point this could go back, back to the levels it's been at before, like up at like $10 and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it has actually, on the bigger time frames, it has actually been doing pretty well with Quadzilla actually.
Yeah. So I'll go to like the daily or whatever in a second. I just first of all, just looking at that, it's that's definitely a chart that you could trade from.
Yeah.
Each of those is basically completed kind of pinpoints. I mean that one is like, it's done that kind of thing there. But in fact, you would have known there that there's a good chance that won't be its moment to reach that bullish level, because it has that bearish level just above, so it kind of wants to complete that first and come down through it instead of through, and then comes down to this. Then having come down below the bullish retracement level is now on its way up. So, and ties in with the green backgrounds, all of this happening, and so on and so on. So, yeah, that's pretty amazing actually. So yeah, if I go to the daily, we think of the daily as a time frame.
I was actually just looking on the 1 hour actually, but but yeah, sure. I mean, this is a stock that I just like buy and sell when the opportunity looks right, So
yeah,
at the moment, I'm looking for a sell. So, for example, I'd probably be looking up at that sort of retracement up there at like 7.88.
Yeah.
But
That'd
yeah,
be
I mean,
pretty good place. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's all pretty slow, obviously, being a stock, but it does actually move quite a lot when it does, I mean, obviously you have to wait.
Like there, yeah. When
You have
it
to
goes,
wait.
it goes.
Yeah, you have to wait a few months, but when it does, it's kind of I don't know. It's an interesting one anyway, but yeah,
Yeah.
just I'm just curious to have a look. Just as we're only a few minutes from open, actually. Yeah, cool.
I think. Let me just check a couple of things. Just thinking like, do we stick around to the open?
I don't know. Actually, be a first, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just need to check a few things. Can I do that?
For anyone wondering, Maff does actually have a real job, and he does this at lunchtime, and luckily he has a variable lunchtime.
Yeah,
but this means he will.
And I actually started very early this morning as well. So
okay.
but
it does mean he might starve and then sort of keel over at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just hear a sudden loud thud and then silence, you know what's happening. Yeah, I think it should be okay for another 10-ish minutes. But I think if you want to take over just for a second, I just got to maybe I'll kind of rattle off a few messages and then come back.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Let me just find something to look at. Let's have a look. That's not going to be very interesting. That's my. What is that we're looking at? That's my. Oh, that's my BitGet account from this morning. Yeah, no, let's change that to something more TradingView like. Okay, and then if anybody has anything they want to look at, nobody does at the moment. So let's just have a quick look at my watch list, see if there's anything of interest here. I'll tell you what, this like e-gold, sort of like, as the whole of crypto starts pumping away and stuff like that, it just does nothing, it's incredible, isn't it? Just did notice as well, we often look at Chippy token, that's that Martini guy token, and we've been looking with Quadzilla at it coming down to this level here, and it's almost got there, hasn't it? This is the Chippy versus Solana thing. Pump Fun is just, I don't know, it's just crazy, isn't it? I did try and trade this, but I just can't really. I just don't have the appetite for that kind of volatility, really. So what else we got? I mean, all the charts are looking quite similar, aren't they? Say ZRO, Ape. Let's go to a hourly time frame, because I just keep seeing that October the thing. Oh, Ape. Okay, this might be an interesting one. If you wanted to trade something like this, it wouldn't be my cup of tea, but this looks like an interesting level down here at about 40 cents. So you can see the price coming down there. What else we got? Oh, my old favorite CRO. I've actually kind of given up trading this for the moment, because I did lose a bit of money on the October the 10th dump with a trade when I thought it was going to go higher, and I was my position was okay down to like about 10 cents, and it went down to about 4 or something momentarily, and yeah, that wasn't my best moment, actually. XRP, even XRP might be worth a go. I think at some point there's got to be a bit of a pullback and then a sort of like a boom to the upside. Ethereum BTC. Let's just turn off Quadzilla for a moment. You see, this is, if you're into your flags and stuff like that, There's the parallel channel. This has been doing that for so long, hasn't it? Obviously, the October the 10th came down there, but at some point this will break through there, and that will go up, and that will probably be your full-blown alt season, maybe, or at least the Ethereum season. So there's that. XRP. I've just got lots of BGB is a token from BitGet. It's like their exchange token, and that was an interesting one because that came down on October the 10th, and it hasn't really gone back up in the way that it was going like really, really nicely up, all the way up to like $5.7, and then now it's dropped down to like 4.8. And it, I think that's got to retrace that at some point. So that's a possibility as well. And we've got from Quadzilla this retracement level here on the 1 hour time frame. So I would say actually, buying or trading a bit of BGB, if you use BitGet, you could make probably a nice 15%, I think. Not financial advice, but I am kind of accumulating BGB. And I'm doing that I'm actually using it as margin when I'm trading Bitcoin and Ethereum on BitGet. So you can actually use that as your base currency. And then if you win the trade, you end up with more BGB than you started off with. So that's quite a nice way to get more BGB together. So that's what I'm doing there. Borg, which is the Swiss Borg token. This is one of them things where I keep thinking that maybe I should just buy and sell it, because it's one of these things where I just hang on to it because I think that one day it will go up loads in value. And sure enough, it has. We started off on like Wednesday. What am I talking about? We started off in September down here, like 27 cents, and it's been as high as like 67. And at the moment, we've come back down to 48. But, if you can see how well Quadzilla did his retracements here, this one here, boom, straight back to there. Did another one here. That one just worked out really beautifully there. Even the bearish ones, did that beautifully. This one here, it looks like, that could go up there, pull back down to there, that kind of thing. So it just makes me think, this is the sort of thing you could probably make quite a lot of money if you just sort of bought, sold, sold, that kind of thing. And that's something I'm doing with stocks as well. Just literally buying and selling them. So things like Tesla, you can do that as well. Because you get these retracement levels here that work out with astonishing accuracy. In fact, actually, is maff still there?
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, you're still there. Yep. Okay. Yep. I was just looking at Tesla actually. On the that's the hourly sort of thing. I mean, this works out great, doesn't it? So these retracement levels here are just always kind of respected. I'm just going to look at the stats for that.
Yeah.
And and I haven't done the step. You can calculate the stats as you can calculate the step 3 as a percentage of step 2, but this is just as a percentage of step 1 really. So even with that, you can see the bearish ones work out 91.8% of the time, and the bullish ones work out 89.86% of the time.
Which is pretty good. So like you could see a difference, a variance on that. Like if you went just for example to the half hour or up to the 2 hour or whatever. So it's a lot of the time it is just about finding a time frame that works well, that has the higher success rates.
Yeah,
they might work out about the same, I don't know. But
what happens if you go to the daily?
Ye old swing trader, you.
Well, it's the sort of thing where, and that's all I do with
for stocks, definitely. Yeah, I mean, well, any asset pair really.
yeah. I mean, that's all I do with stocks. I just literally, I buy on red days and sell on green days.
I mean, those are pretty good. I mean, 98% for bearish step 2. So okay.
So I'm trying to find one.
Well, the step 2 is right there, isn't it? Where it's
This one
just
here.
on the left. Yeah, yeah. So step 2 completed where you had the mouse. Just say yeah.
Okay.
Then it went. It's currently in step 3.
So yeah, so just to clarify what's going on here. So basically, as the price was coming down here, that was December 2024. It got to like January of this year, and the bearish retracement line started to appear. So that means the price is probably going to go down. And sure enough, it did. And it probably went right down to the argument, didn't it, in June?
Yeah.
The Elon Trump argument. Oh, it didn't make it to
There's such a lot there as well, because there's so many things telling you in that particular example that the price was heading down in the indicator. And of course, when it seemed to have bottomed, well, I suppose it had bottomed, but it wasn't quite ready to come up yet. So it's telling you that with a trend shield and so on.
There's this stuff down here.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, you get the green backgrounds here and here, which means that the it's very likely the price will go up, but then you get this trend shield, which is like that red triangle, which means, well, hang on a minute, because it's still going down, and sure enough, it was at that point.
Yeah.
And then when the trend shield stops appearing, it kind of works like a catapult sometimes, and the price goes up a little bit. And then where was June? June was here.
It's 1 minute to the open.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, let's get.
Should I switch to, if I share the screen again?
Oh yeah, please do.
Barge in. But share screen. Share. Good. So that's now visible. So, do you think do we need to do the stonksy thing and have ring a bell when when the US market opens? It's definitely now, isn't it? Oh, I guess that's suddenly moving.
Yeah.
Actually, up it goes.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that's like you're about to make a wedding speech.
I know. It was actually a biro in a glass, actually.
Oh, okay.
Right. So what happened? Oh, it's gone up.
Yeah, much pumpage. So, but is this going to be this sort of fake out? Is it going to find its way up to there and drop, or is it just going to drop? I was hoping that this would be like an absolute just blast, because it's been so pent up over the weekend with everything that's been happening and the news events and so on, that was just going to be a hyper react. Might still happen. So, it's only just opened, isn't it? But usually there's that immediate sort of thing. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, it jumped. That's a price that wants to go up, I would say. What's it working its way through? Yeah, okay. So you can see it's where it's reacting. There was, I think, can't quite see on the screen, was that actually a bit of a fair value gap there? But it's bouncing off these bearish order blocks. So it's kind of got that, and as usual, you can sort of see that with the order volume just there, the liquidity that are built up, and so there are just some unfilled sell orders just kind of lurking there. So, and you can also see the fact there must have been still some unfilled orders because of the way that the faster moving EMAs just kind of reacted. The 9 EMA was about to cross up and then just suddenly went boom down along with the 21. So that was quite a sudden thing. Oh, okay, it's filled the bullish retracement. It might come down and fill that bit of liquidity there. Some open bullish orders, so it might bounce off and come back up. Pretty close. Just it's going to go. Is it going to go? Is it going to go? It's exciting. do sort of wonder there. Then, in fact, you can see all that candle that it just drew. That's like got sell orders all the way down, effectively.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back into it. Eat some more buy orders. Yum 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 yum. And is it gonna? Because if it drops all the way through, so maybe that, in that case, maybe that was the initial fake out, and it's going to head down for a bit. The old stop everyone out, effectively. So people like us who may have been waiting with, sort of long positions. Sorry, no, actually short positions ready. So this, but stop losses around here. So just kind of rushed up, stopped everyone out, and then down.
Mm.
Wow, okay.
So I'm thinking about a long myself. Just
yeah. Look at that. That's what it's going to come to, maybe. If it does, there's. Oh, you know what? That retracement level.
It's not 108, is it?
Maybe 115 is the new 108. Wouldn't that be nice? So all of a sudden that level was significant as well. It just kind of touched it and up again. And there as well, in fact.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Is it going to come back down and make another attempt to drop through? Tempted to go to a higher time frame to better look, but this is just so adrenaline pumping.
I know.
Should drop too low, it should go to the 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or should go really crazy. 15 seconds. Oh, you crazy. There we go.
So I'm looking at I'm looking at the Bybit USDT chart.
Okay.
Which has got a retracement level at 114.6, which is looking quite.
What time frame are you on?
Oh, I'm on the 1 minute.
Okay.
But that's looking quite tasty to me. But it is kind of catching a falling knife, isn't it? Though, but I don't know. I quite like that sort of thing. But I mean, obviously, what I'd like to see if that happened, I'd like to see the momentum, the convergence band go like pretty negative at that point. Really, the point when I decide to go long. Really.
Yeah. At this lower time frame, it's so like hyper reactive, isn't it? And then, so you kind of need the higher time frame, obviously, to get the better picture. Look at that go though. So, is it coming? Oh, okay. We've got a super up on the 15-second, mind. So.
Okay. Right. So, for anyone wondering, that little green arrow that just appeared down there in the momentum oscillator, that kind of means the asset is in a very oversold condition. So that's when it's likely that you might see a reversal.
In this case, not so much. I think here, so the traditional override for the super up is the fact that the EMAs are so violently pointing downwards. They take precedence over that very much. So if you see the super up, but these are kind of doing that, and you get that sort of structure, then if it's going to happen, it's not going to happen yet. But you do quite often see this. I've noticed that's fairly frequent actually. You see a green background of the super up, a gap, then another green background, which is like a reaction. It's like there were some buy orders trying to make a difference. It wasn't quite enough. Then they try again, or another bunch of orders, and then you kind of get the upwards move.
Yeah. I am sort of getting myself poised for a kind of like long entry around 114.6 for Bitcoin. Obviously, I'll see how it looks when I get there.
Drop down a bit. Yeah, goes to 1 hour.
Just to let you know, but I'm going to have to shoot off.
Sorry, at which level?
Well, you see, because I'm looking at it on. It's going back up now. No, it's not. I'm looking at it on the Bybit BTC USDT chart.
Okay.
Which doesn't make much sense because I'm actually trading it on BitGet.
It all comes together.
Let me just see what the BitGet one looks like. So the BitGet, just sold something on eBay. BitGet, that's not the one. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry, just while you're looking, I think we still got people watching. A few. I was worried we may have lost everyone, but I guess the chat's gone a bit quiet. Feel free to comment if you like. But also and also if you wouldn't mind liking the video, that'd be highly appreciated. We're also currently streaming on X, and I just realised I'm kind of asking this just as we're about to finish up, I think. But by all means, please go over there and maybe open a tab and just have that streaming on X, and maybe add a like and a comment and what have you on there would be great.
It would be absolutely lovely.
I'm
going to have to shut off in a minute, Maff, because I've got something to do at 2. So
yeah, no worries. I mean, to be honest, I really need to get back to it.
Okay, right.
As well.
Let's call it a day here, and then we'll see you all again tomorrow at same time, same place. And thanks for everyone for coming along. Please do make sure to give the stream a like. That'd be really nice. If you haven't got Quadzilla or whatever, do check it out at savewithcrypto.org/QZ. It's .org, not .com, by the way. And I think that's it, really. So, well, just say goodbye, really. Bye.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye.